Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at Rogue Genesia. Another survivor-like which has a little bit of difference to it. So I've played a little bit so far just to get familiar with the game mechanics and whatnot. And yeah, we're just gotta have a look. So as you can see, we kind of have like a Slay the Spire-esque a map where you can choose where to go, and it's a little bit different. Can we unpin these? Okay, well anyway, it's a little bit different. So instead of the normal Vampire Survivor or Survivor likes, you have to kill enemies within an amount and then you move on to the next stage. So we're just gonna pick up like shurikens here and just we got a little bit of tilt shift going on. But yeah, another mechanic about this game is that always pick student. You want that XP. Another mechanic about this game is that once the stage ends, if you didn't pick up any XP, you lose it. So there's always that kind of thought in your mind where you have to go and like make sure you go around in a small circle. And there's also aiming. So we currently have a pike, so doing a little bit of stabbing in this direction. As you can see, we're leveling up quite fast. You don't normally level up this fast, but because I played it a little bit, I got a few upgrades. I've got a better XP range. As you can see in the top left corner, we have the amount of monsters killed. Once we get to 100, the level will end and we'll be able to move on to the next one. It's got some nice music. And I also like this tilt shift effect that we have. See, end of stage. I won't be able to get to these ones, so they'll just disappear. And after that, you get your rewards. So I've got gold, and I get to choose a card. This is where you get most of your cards from in the late game, not the early game. So we've also got dashes. I haven't really used them, but we want these treasure chests because they're artifacts. So here's a dash, simple dash. The boxes do have health and also a void. As you can see here, this thing will collect everything on the map, much like a I can't remember what they are in Vampire Survivors. Magnet? That might be the magnet. But yeah. Also, by getting different upgrades, you unlock other upgrades. So because I have a few different wall or like defense ones, I've unlocked the castle. So now like I'm stronger. So the build I'm currently going for, I think might be just like a defensive build. Because it's fairly good. See, these tainted ones, they level up like indefinitely, but they don't really give you a lot of stuff. Look, it's a 0.4 to damage. Not really useful, so you kind of don't want those. You want to get the other ones. But sometimes you don't have a choice. There are upgrades which reduce the amount of tainted cards that you'll get. Okay, so yeah, we picked it up, we get all the stuff. I always like movement speed. It's always good. If we go here, we can go up there. That's probably what we'll do. We've got some gold, we've got some experience, which is going to level us next level. Attack speed is always good, and we get the Sacred Sword. Reduces boss and elite health by 30%. So that's got to help us out in the future. Ooh. So we get these heroic ones sometimes, which are like really good. So this increases damage by 1.2 and levels up 4 times, which, so we might be able to get double damage, I think, by the end of it. Really strong card. Now we've got new enemies coming. We got a little goblin. And I think I'm just going to keep picking up this shuriken just because I don't really have to aim with it. We got a little mushroom man. These guys are very strong. Especially when you... more attack speed. Especially when you get to like the elite versions of them. They just don't die. So the magic world I don't really like. I think it's bad. So I think I'm just going to go for attack. So here's our first elite. It's one of the eyeballs. But as you can see, because we didn't go around, we lost all that XP. Which is really gonna hamper us in the future. So we probably want to start leveling up some crits. Crits are always good. Okay, so here is the shop. Obviously you can buy something. You get a few cards which you can see, or you can pick a card, and there's always a artifact. Taking damage increases your damage by 50%. It's not too bad. You probably want that on like a tanky build. Okay, so you've got Bookworm here, which is really good for leveling up. But you also got multi-handed, which doubles your projectiles pretty much. I'm going for a Bookworm because I always love XP. Old coin increases XP gain by 100% but reduces gold gain. That is so good with the Bookworm. So we're trying to hit that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll go this way. Because so banish all critical related cards, but you get better damage. That's okay, but Thunder Stuff. Okay, Thunder Stuff is, we'll grab that. So we have like something flying around us. And you'll see the levels just coming in now because of the XP multipliers that I have due to the coin and also the Bookworm. So here's the big guy. Look at him, he's taking so much damage. I will just let the AoE just hit him while we do other stuff. So we gotta survive for 1:30 here, which is not too bad. The only bad thing about it is it draws out the video, so there's that. But we've only been live for about 4 minutes, as you can see up the top here. So unlike Vampire Survivors, there is no limit to the amount of weapons or passives you can have, which I think is a really good idea, because it kind of sucks being locked out of a bunch of stuff just because you picked the wrong thing. Yeah, so killing him doesn't really give you anything. It might give you a bit more XP, but not great. So yeah, this thunder is doing work, but also just look at all the shurikens I'm throwing out. It's just insane. Weak point area based attacks. This is good. This is going to make our shurikens a bit bigger, and I'm going to miss out on a bunch of XP, but that's okay. So turtle, right? So this basically banishes clumsy. I don't know what that is, but you get regeneration and defense. This is really good because we can basically just sit there now and we're a little bit slower, but we just tank damage. So I'll give you an example. if anything can, like this boss here. So the green is our health. Didn't do anything to us. Didn't even get a chance to do anything to us. So because we're stacking all these defenses, we're kind of weak in the attack. It doesn't feel like we're weak in the attack, but once we get to like the boss levels or the elite levels, you'll see that it takes a while for us to kill them. I do want movement speed, so I know we're just picking up defensive stuff, but we're gonna get some more movement speed back because we picked up turtle. We can also dash. Being slow doesn't reduce our dashes. In fact, I think we can be extremely slow and max out our dashes so we get heaps more. See, projectile lifetime. Now this is good because it keeps the projectiles on the screen. You see this guy? This meme dude from that American cartoon? I don't know what it is. Yeah, he doesn't stand a chance. We got a nice void. Do we need another wind blade? Maybe. So at the moment, I don't think there is weapon evolutions or anything like that. Or I haven't found it. We always want agility. So I think I'll be able to hit an elite area so I can show the whole game. Most of what it's to do. Yes, George Washington, back to your home. And yeah, we're just mowing down people. So this is an easy world. You kind of have these worlds that go from D to, I would assume, A or S. This game is in early access, so be warned, but it's very cheap. So if you like it, you like these kind of survivor likes, as I like to call them, yeah, grab it. It's good. It's a little bit different. We'll also, once we finish or lose the game, we will have a look at the soul shop, which is basically the rogue-like elements of this game. It's the rogue of the rogue Genesia. See, lots of XP gone, which kind of sucks, but what you can get is you can get a artifact that gives you 2/3 of that, or 1/3. But we don't. So we can now pick between 4 soul cards instead of 3. It's always good. As you can see here. I don't think we need this XP multiplier. Like, we've got 480. I'm gonna pick the damage. And yeah, we just wait a minute. So there's heaps of, I think there's heaps of kind of builds that you could go for, but there's no really like one build. So like I keep bringing up Vampire Survivors, but it's the best example of this because it's like so popular. Like, he is doing a little bit of damage to me, but he can push me around all he wants. He will die. But like in Vampire Survivors, you need these weapons to upgrade the weapons, accessories, and up weapons. You can only have 6, so you're kind of limited by the builds you can make. In this one, it doesn't seem like you are limited. There might be a cap, and I just haven't got it yet. But yeah. I would like there to be a little bit of upgradable stuff. But there are so many weapons that it might just not work. So sometimes if you kill an elite, you get like a void. Sometimes you don't. So as you can see, even though we got a huge 5 times multiplier, our leveling up is not like working. So basically what we want to do is, the only way we're going to level up is if we hit these things. But we're going to fight an elite. So you got to see what an elite looks like. It's basically the same thing as the other guys, except a lot more health and with a red outline. Do they do more damage? Not really. I mean, it will definitely die before me, but let's speed up that process.
Many hours later.
Finally killed him after 2 hours. Card selection, of course. Next stage. Venture's License. Better cards. We kind of don't want to spend half our gold on that, so we're just kind of going to go here. Get some XP, get some gold. Katana. I don't think I've seen this one. Slashes at nearby enemies. That's 5 damage, but 7 upgrades. Shop price is reduced by 50%. That's pretty good, seeing as we're going into our last shop. So let's get a healing factor. Get a lens. Get a bow. Might as well keep going. See if we can't get magnifying glass. So increase soul gem experience. Again, that's another experience stacker. But here we go. So here is the boss. So we're gonna slay the elites. And we got some sick tunes in the background. Oh no, we have 2 big guys, so here we go again.
1 eternity later.
2 down. Here's the boss. He's some kind of goblin shaman, maybe, and he's got a gun. Okay, so just kind of have to dodge those. Like, it does attack me, does hurt me a little bit. He's doing he gets to teleport. He's summoning things. Summoning more things to my meat grinder. Thank you. That's free XP. Kind of want to see how much damage I can take from the gun laser thing he has. Okay, here we are. He does a little bit of damage. Like, he took me to half HP, but I think I can regen that up. Okay, now he's doing his extreme teleport move. But he will slowly die. God's Wrath. That's more damage. That's what we want. and we get all the XP. Not all the gold though, that's a bit stingy. But that's it, that's the world saved. So when you go to, we'll return to the main menu and I'll kind of show you how it works. So you've got the F rank, which is just one boss. You've got the E rank, which you fight that boss, and then you go to the second world and then you fight another boss. And D rank obviously coming later. So Soul Shop, this is kind of what we have. So you collect souls from winning and you can change your stuff. As you can see, I've already got more damage and health, so yes, that was easier for me to do. But you know, I've also got some D and E. So this is where you add your roguelike elements. You want more damage, you want more defense. You can banish stuff, reroll. There's a void magnet guaranteed in every 12 crates. That's pretty good. That means like you can break a bunch of crates and be ready to pick up all the XP. A rarity reroll, sure. But yeah, that's Rogue Genesia. There's a bunch of achievements which kind of this is how you get new weapons and skills. So that's kind of cool. Much like, you know, do something here, you know, firework, reach at least 2 additional projectiles, you know, and then you've got things that build on top of each other. So it's not really evolutions, but more they do evolve. Does it die 30 times? Cool stuff like this. How heavy is that? Like, you'll be able to check that later. So yeah, that was Rogue Genesia. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time.